That's the Vyepti right up there with that yellow sticker. The port is not great.
Good morning.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, do you see Mama?
Hi.
Do you see Mama? Where's Mama?
Hi. Hi. Hey. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Good morning.
Good morning. Did you have a good nap? We gotta go to the hospital. Mama's getting an infusion. What's this one?
Hey. Hi.
Mm.
Hi. Yeah. Hi. Oh.
Happy boy.
You need more kisses?
Oh, you need more kisses.
What Peter was mentioning is the Vyepti infusion that I'm about to get. Thankfully, our cold is gone, but I'm finding that the CF aftermath of the cold is making itself known. Not terrible, I'm still good, and I'm really thankful that my body is strong and in a stable, strong place right now, because I don't have to be terribly worried about catching a cold. It's not as big of a deal as it used to be. But my lungs are feeling it. And I just, you know, I'm coughing up more stuff and coughing more in general. So it's just the normal CF aftermath of a cold. And so I have not been feeling great today. No fever, at least I haven't felt feverish, I haven't checked. But yeah, just not really up for like picking the camera up. So it's the afternoon now, we're getting ready to go. Peter had a meeting today, and Elijah and I just hung out here and had a really good morning. Sweet, just, you know, these are the moments that I don't want to forget. Sweet moments with my baby. So I packed milk earlier, or like I got it ready to pack. So I need to finish packing that. And we already accessed my port, which is right here. And yes, it's in my armpit. The port, not working great. It is working, but not great, I'll say that. I think I need to use not this one because our ice packs that fit in here are now frozen. So I might need to just go for the big guy, go for the school bus. I've been using this school bus lunchbox since I was in high school and I was working at a local shop, and I'd take my lunch, sometimes like a jar of peanut butter and a jar of jelly and a loaf of bread. And it fits in here. So I might need to get a big, I do need to get a big ice pack out of the garage freezer. And I'm going to get an extra frozen bag of milk just in case these two bottles don't cut it. It should be enough. So the port, yeah, it's not working great. It is flushing today, right now it is. Although I was just emailing with my nurse and I was like, yeah, when I went to the hospital for the endoscopy, it was flushing and drawing back blood fine before we left. And then we get to the hospital and it wasn't working. So we're talking about maybe doing TPA, possibly doing a port study in interventional radiology. We'll see what happens. I'm using it again in like 5 days from now, so we might try to coordinate when I'm accessed on Tuesday. We'll see. Probably we won't do anything today. I was emailing with my nurse about doing like port study or TPA or something. I don't know if the infusion center can do it today. You looking for me? Hi.
Mama.
Hi. Yeah. I love you. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? So, okay, packing up. And do you mind grabbing one or two ice packs? And All right, let's go do this. I'm really hoping that this infusion, which is a migraine preventative infusion, I'm really hopeful. I have my hopes pretty high for this one. Hopefully my body can accept it well and that it'll work well. That's my hope. Hi, Harry. Yeah, hi. Yeah.
I had to put them between my legs so I could open the door.
That'll wake you
cold.
up. Okay, milk, diapers, and keys, wallet, phone, port. Okay, don't leave home without your port. All right, we are parked and heading in, and we are early.
Look at us.
I know. Hey, go, buddy, go.
Got quite the setup here, bud.
Also, I just have to show his little shoes so I never forget them.
They are cute.
I can't quite get there. There we go. They're like little green leather, soft cutie. These are his top choices for toys. Crinkle book, crinkle koala. This thing, he likes to hold it and look at the different circles. And then, where's that rattle? That rattle right there. Okay, heading in. Heading in, buddy. Oh boy. Oh, what you looking at?
So where are we, guys?
The long hallway. That's what we call it.
Oh man, is this? I feel like because this was closed for the last couple of years during COVID, this is still wrapped up in memories of transplant eval week.
Yeah, it's true. But we're not there right now.
Thankfully.
Yes, very thankful. This is where we're at.
Huge contrast.
Yeah. And instead of a different set of wheels, we're pushing this set. Gratitude.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I've ever been vlogging when I walk down this hallway, but whichever clinic we're passing, I always look at it and say, oh, that's where. And this door right here is a conference room that they shoved us in.
It's a small room.
I like to say they shoved us because there were a lot of people around that conference table. We were all being evaluated for liver transplant. Mine was double lung and liver. But we were in there for a long time. It was hard. Okay, I have my own little room. Elijah and Peter just went for a walk outside.
Elijah and I are hanging out outside. It's actually very beautiful around here. It's a nice place to walk around, except that it's like 99 degrees or something. It's very hot today, but the shade is nice. Mary's getting her infusion now, and we're just gonna hang out outside while she gets that done.
Okay, the port kind of worked. I did get blood return, but it's really, really stiff. And the nurses were like, it's definitely weird. And I was like, yeah, definitely. So my cystic fibrosis team put in an order for TPA, which is like a clot buster. And that's kind of what they decided as the next step to see if this port's gonna be okay or not. And that's the Vyepti right up there with that yellow sticker. So this one is 30 minutes long, this infusion, and then every 3 months, so easy. So we'll do this for 30 minutes, and then when it's done, they'll come in and put the TPA in my port, and which is basically just flush it into the line, let it sit in the line for 30 minutes, and then see if the port flushes better, see if it gets blood return, which it probably will since it already had it, but see if it is easier to flush. If it's not any different, then they'll put TPA back in the port, let it sit for like 90 minutes, and then we'll try it again, I guess. So I feel good about that as a next step, and it's nice that they can do it here at the infusion center. So we'll do that. If the port is the same at the end of all the TPA, then I'm guessing the next step is going to be a port study at interventional radiology. So if I remember correctly, when I've had a port study in the past, you lay under a fluoroscopy machine. So it's like an x-ray machine type thing, but it moves, and they inject your port with like dye or something, and then they watch how the fluid runs through the port, and maybe they can see if it's blocked up or something. I don't know. And I kind of feel like with my last port, before we took it out, it was like 10 years old or something, and it was being finicky. I don't remember what it was doing. But I think, if I remember, on the port study, they didn't see anything specific, but the reality is, that's not me. Okay. If the port is being finicky, even if you can't see why it's being finicky, a finicky port is pretty annoying. You know, like a few months ago, my nurse came to my house for my IVIG infusion, and the port was working before she got there. She arrived. All of a sudden, it's not working. We tried re-accessing like 3 times, and it was not working. So she had to place a peripheral IV. It's just like, it adds time onto everybody's schedule. Like, the port needs to do its job, basically. So we'll see what happens. I am really, really thankful that they could do the TPA today. So it's good. Elijah and Peter are out on a walk outside, and I think Elijah's gonna take a nap. Maybe Peter will take a nap. I don't know, but all is well. How quickly I remember how these lights almost instantly give me a headache, and being in the hospital setting makes me feel like I have a headache, gives me a headache. The clinic headache, you know, that almost, you know, within the first hour, it's just like, yeah. And I just realized pushing this IV cart, or this IV pole, I haven't done that in a while, because when I was in for pre-op, or in the like pre-op whatever waiting area before I went back for my endoscopy a few weeks ago, I didn't push around an IV pole, so I really haven't pushed one around for years. Wow, for maybe 3 years. All my IVs at home, I don't put them on a pole. I don't like to use a pole. I just carry the pump and the bag around with me. Obviously, the pump at home is way smaller than that. This would be like those big boom boxes in the 90s that you put on your shoulder and you carry it around. That's what this one would be like. That'd be a good look. But yeah, trying to push it around to get into that bathroom door. I don't want to say I'm a professional at that, but I will say I'm a little out of practice. A little bit out of practice, and that's something I'm thankful for, to be out of practice with. So yeah, should have brought a phone charger. You'll live and learn. And hopefully this Vyepti works, because this headache is a reminder why I'm getting this infusion.
This is taking much longer than I think any of us anticipated, but Elijah took a little nap in my arms. I sat in a bench outside the hospital. Thankfully, Duke Hospital is very full of trees and forest, and it's nice around here. Wow, that car was loud.
Okay, the Vyepti is done. I did not have a reaction. Thankful for that. The TPA is in my port right now. In 30 minutes we'll try it and then go from there if we need to put it back in or whatever. And the nurse just offered me goldfish and apple juice. You better believe I said yes to that. You won't believe this. They have Teddy Grahams. I thought I was gonna get some off-brand saltine crackers or something like that. If my sister's watching this, I know I've broken the cardinal rule. I used the bendy side of the straw. Rachel and I never used the bendy side of the straw because that was like hospital-ish. We would always put the bendy side down so it was just a straight straw. But I don't know, today I was just feeling the bendy straw. Yeah, very good.
Speaking of beautiful and picturesque, I never realized that the Duke Gardens, which we've never gone to, we've always intended to go to, it's like, I don't know, this huge property of just all kinds of plants and trails and flowers and anyways, it was the entrance to it. There was an entrance to it right by the hospital. I don't know why we've never realized it. I think we thankfully haven't had to spend much time, extended time around the hospital, and so we've never had to discover things to do. But while Mary's getting her infusions, Elijah and I found the gardens and we're just walking around, and I just saw a hummingbird. That was amazing. And those people up there were taking a little video of a turtle crossing the trail. So it's pretty beautiful. Look at this. The hummingbird was on these purple flowers here. I wonder if we'll see him around. But I kind of came to a dead end for the stroller. So we're gonna turn around, see what other trails we can find.
Peter just sent me a video. They're on a walk like in this garden area and it's so cute. I just finished my apple juice and my graham crackers and they were incredible. And I was just realizing I should mention this. I was really nervous when she was pushing the TPA in. I feel like I've heard, I don't remember what I've heard where about TPA in the past, but almost that like if it's not done correctly, it can be scary. I don't know what I heard or when, I have no idea, but somehow it's in my mind. And I'm almost certain I've had TPA once or twice before, but I don't really remember it. I don't know. And I was like nervous. And you know, when your brain starts playing these tricks on you, you're like, I feel fine, right? I think I feel fine. Do I? Do I not feel fine? Uh-oh, what do I feel? I'm fine. I feel fine. But I was nervous. And I wasn't like saying anything. I was just like looking at it going in like, oh no. But it's all good. It's okay to be nervous. You just gotta keep on going though. Sometimes. And sometimes it's okay to say, I need a break. Okay, but you get my point.
This place is so cool. I don't know why we have never come here. And look at this cactus. It's very hairy. That is one hairy cactus. But yeah, it's beautiful, it's peaceful. We need to come here more often, bud. Take walks. You like it? Do you like it? Yeah? We're still waiting on Mary. I think they have to wait 30 minutes after the TPA goes in to test the port, see if the TPA helped. If it didn't help, I think they're gonna do a second dose and then wait 90 minutes and do a second dose. If that's the case, Elijah and I might go in the car, and I don't know if we run home or we do need some groceries, but then the groceries would sit in the car, so that's a little bit of a dilemma. But guys, look at this. I highly recommend the Duke Gardens. One more shot. Look at this beauty. I feel inspired to do more gardening in the backyard after coming here.
All right, I just left the infusion center. It feels like it's empty here. I guess, I don't know if it's 5:30 or 6 p.m. So I'm gonna try to find my way to where Peter and Elijah are outside. The port is not great. Yeah, a couple of nurses came in. I wanted to hear their opinions of what's going on with my port and basically if there's any hope for it. I see them. Does he see me? But we put the TPA in, let it sit for 30 minutes, and it was even harder to flush after that, which should not be the case. So we decided to just call it a day, and my CF team was already trying to get me into interventional radiology. So we'll see when that happens and how that happens, and we'll go from there. So, wait, I think I'm supposed to go down these stairs. If you guys didn't know this, I am not good with directions. That's part of why I do not enjoy driving, because directions are something challenging for my brain, including walking miles and miles of hospital hallways. Which way do I go? Okay, let's go find the baby and the husband. I thought you might have seen me.
Mama's here.
In that window up there.
Oh, I didn't.
Hi, you two.
Hi.
Wow, you're jewel master.
Yeah. Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Port's not good.
Not good.
Not good. Even worse.
Wow.
Oh, right. Next row. All right, well, that's the end of the day. Thanks for joining us for this adventure in stabbing me and my port doesn't work right. And as always,
See you next time.
see you soon.
So.